Welcome to the WealthyGen app. Managing your income and expenses is as simple as ABC. Simply tap on the three menu lines at the bottom right and tap on Income Management. This screen shows the summary of your income received for the current month. And as you can see, there is no income received yet for April. If you scroll down to the History section, you will see graphically that $5,200 was received in March, and nothing yet in April. At the top of the screen, right here, you can tap on the calendar and scroll to March to see details of the income received in March. As you can see, $5,000 was received in salaries and $200 in gifts, for a total of $5,200 earned in March. Now, back to our April screen. You can add any income received in April by tapping on the plus sign to the lower right. So, just tap on the plus icon and select the income type to add, whether it's salaries, bonuses, or dividends. But let's say you received salaries. You just tap on salaries. Enter the amount received, say $4,000. Then, account to deposit, select the bank account your salary was deposited. Enter the date received. And then add income. Once you add income, your income screen will update to show your recent income. And your historical chart will also update. And as you can see here, $4,000 was received in salaries and your historical chart also updated for $4,000. If you have another income type, just repeat the process by tapping on the plus icon here. Just like we did before. Right here, your recent income has been updated with gift of $200 and your historical chart also gets updated as well. Let's take a look at expense management. Tap on the same three menu lines at the bottom right, and tap on expense management. You will follow the same process and tap on the calendar to see your historical expense transactions. For March, you will see your expenses listed as housing, shopping, utilities, for a total of $2,300 spent in March. If you go back to our April screen, you can add any expenses by tapping on the plus icon. Once you tap on the icon, you will choose your expense category. These are the main categories, and each of these main categories has different expense types, as you will see next. Let's assume the expense is for housing. You will tap on housing, and then you can select which housing expense it is, such as rent. If you don't see any category, you can choose other. You will enter the rent amount paid, say $1,500. Now, if you have created any budget for rent, you will see the budget amount here, and how much you've spent. For this example, we've not created any budget, so no budget amount or actual amount will be shown. Enter the date you paid the rent. Then select how you paid for the rent. You can pay by bank or debit card, by cash, or by credit card. Now, three things will happen here depending on which option you select. If you selected bank or debit cards, your balance for that bank will decrease. If you selected cash, the balance of your cash on hand will decrease as well. But if you selected credit card, your cash and bank balances will remain the same, but your credit card balance, which is a debt you owe, that's a liability, will increase until you pay down the balance on your credit card. For the purpose of this example, we will just assume we are paying from bank or with debit card. We will tap on bank/debit card and hit next. You will choose the bank from which you are making the payment. If your bank is not listed, just add new. But let's select Citibank, then add. From your expense management module, you will see that your expenses have been updated with rent or housing for April. You will also see that the historical chart has been updated as well. If you tap on housing, you will see that the expense that we recorded for housing is for rent. There might be other housing expenses you incur. If you add those expenses under housing, those expenses will be listed here as well. But for this example, we just added rent as housing expense. Now, back to our expense module. If you have any other expenses for the month, just repeat the process by tapping on the plus icon from the expense management module. From there you can repeat the process. There is a faster way to add income or expenses from any screen whatsoever, if you do not want to see all the summaries and historical, and you just want to add income or expense. Just tap on the big plus icon here, and you can either add your income or add your expense. If you tap on any of the buttons, it will take you to add income screen or add expense screen where you choose your categories and types. From there, it is the same process. Select your categories, add the amount, add date, and all of that. So, from any screen you are, just tap on the big plus icon and can add whatever you want to add. And that's our income and expense management in a nutshell.